It's this day only, $149.98. Don't wait long on this one. It's a first, it's brand new. You're the first audience to see it. I will say this, when I met with Stella before the show, and we looked at these samples, Stella, I have not ever seen you flip out the way you flipped out over the quality. The quality that came in on that jade that is not dyed.
You know, I actually designed this piece. You know, I am a watchmaker. Is something very, very special. It is not a jeweler, cannot be a watchmaker.
Right.
We could only design. That's about all I can do. But I say, if I'm going to give you a piece of jade watch, I want something that is so unusual because you don't see jade watches. So I only demand on the design and also the quality of the jade. But I didn't get to see the finishing piece.
Right.
That's why when you're wearing it, I said, wait a minute. And I'm still thinking, I said, double check on it, triple check on it. You know, it is unbelievable. They did everything I asked them to do. Now, who does that these days? You know, when they
they kind of over-delivered for her, because I'm telling you, most of the Burmese jade that we see is this celadon, which is gorgeous, and we love this. But to get jadeite, that is not nephrite, that is jadeite. And to get jadeite in this color, that is what makes this special. So again, I want to be sure I'm sharing the sizing on this with all of you. So let's see. We're calling it small, medium, large, right, Rick? Okay, so the small, I just want to be sure I'm looking at this right. I mean, I can just go by putting on. Let me put the small on myself. I describe it to you that way. So the small is going to fit, okay, so that won't even close for me. So the small is 6.5 or under, all right? 6.5 or under for the small. Average is probably gonna be the 7.25 to 7.5.
Yeah.
And then the large is probably, this is large. I would say that's gonna comfortably fit up to a 7.75 inch wrist, okay? And so then that medium must be right in between there.
Yeah.
That's gotta be how this is all working here. Yes, yes. So medium's fitting more like a 7 over here. And then the large is fitting up to like a 7.75. So there you go. We have the medium, we have the large, and Stella just popped on the small.
But it is a little small on me, so it's for more of a
under 6.5.
Under 6.5.
Very good.
Under 6.5.
So, Kate, do you have the smallest one on? I bet she does. Let's find out what Kate's wearing, because Kate, your wrist measures 6. So let's see how the smallest, hopefully that's the smallest one. We can tell when we see it. Otherwise, we'll have her try on the smallest one. If you have a very small wrist, you need under that. That is the smallest one that Kate's wearing. Fits her great. Her wrist measures 6 inches. So I would say if you have a very small wrist, go with that, 6 inches, 6.25 and under. If you're average, if you're 6.5 to 7, 7.25, order the medium. And then for me, I kind of like the length of the larger one only because I liked how it didn't get in the way of my bracelets. I could stack it better.
Watch.
And it's going, you guys, 330 gone. You need to dive in here.
That is a very special watch. When I designed it, I thought they're never going to be able to make it. And I said, I demand a jade face also on top of it.
Good at that. Do you know what's funny? Because the buyers, when they presented, you know, I get to curate. I get to look at, so you had sent us several different watch samples. I almost did a 1.5, you know, across the table once she pulled this. I was like, oh, what is that watch? So again, I never know the prices of anything. And the first thing they said was, that's going to be expensive. And I said, ugh, well, I know, but it's so beautiful, we need to do it. And then in my head, I'm thinking $300, $400, but it's so gorgeous, it's worth every dime. So the fact we have it at a this day only price of $149.98, they should all sell out. It's beautiful. I'll find out from Rick what's left in each size. We only have a few hundred of these left. The small is most limited, reminding you that if you need under 6.5, under 6.5. Kate's wrist measures 6 inches. And Kate, that fits her really nicely, and her wrist measures 6. So I would say if you're 6.25 and under, order the small. And then, as we said, the 7, just to put that on, the medium size, I'm gonna put it back on and just to see, this is fitting nice. I could totally wear that too. So that's fitting like a 7, up to 7.25, I would say. If you need over 7.25, go to the large. I think that's the best way to do it. Medium up to 7.25, large if you need up to 7.75.
I think that's perfect. And you know what? I'm going to see the vendor in Hong Kong November. I'm flying in to Hong Kong, and I'm going to thank them.
Well, you should congratulate them. They did a beautiful job for us.
They did. they outdid themselves. I couldn't get our jewelry team to do this.
This is not Imperial. This is Imperial Jade. This is not Imperial Jade. But I'm just showing you. This is
Well,
7 figures.
No, not 7.
6.
7 is millions.
Oh, oops.
But low,
Too many
low
zeros.
6.
Okay. So low, but still low 6.
It's tiny, yeah.
But this is 6 figures. Now this is obviously Imperial Jade. This isn't.
That's the crispy color, yeah.
But just still, I mean.
No, it has color. Any jade that with color in it and has transparency, you're talking about money.
And isn't it true that most of the Burmese jade in green, natural, the jadeite rather, is not this color?
No, most of them are lighter color
like
or
this
transparent.
Color.
Yeah,
yes.
Usually it's lighter
still
color.
Beautiful.
To me, that is color. That, to me, that is what Confucius talk about. It's the virtue of a person. It's the harmonious, it's the harmony. You know, when I think of harmony and virtue, I always go back to that light color. Well, you know, Imperial Jade is kind of a luxury because how many Imperial people are there, right?
Yeah. I don't own any Imperial Jade.
No.
I mean, I think most of us don't.
I own the lowest class of the Imperial.
So guys, if you want your watch, how many left, Rick? We're gonna run you through what's left in each size here.
Is unbelievable.
So we have 500 over.
We still have
over
some.
500 gone.
Wow.
The small, there's fewer than 100. If you need that small, if you need the large, we only 100 left. So they're all going to be sold out here, girls.
Yeah.
If you're new to Jade of Yesteryear, Stella, again, makes this happen. She makes magic happen for us. Her jewelry is spectacular. Your watches are in a class and caliber all of their own. I do love the fact that, look at how easy this is to take off.
I hope you love the design. That's the only thing I get to.
It's very classy.
I get to talk about.
And then look at the back of the watch. You can see it's very smooth. This has a real, and you can tell me if this influenced you, but to me it looks very Italian in its design.
To me, it's a very clean design. To me, that I could stay away from the traditional design is one of those things. So watch freed me because no longer I'm in that conservative, that Cartier, that haute couture type of jewelry design. All of a sudden, I get to do the wild side of me. I mean,
this is the wild side of you?
I am square, just like that.
That's cute.
Oh dear, it's getting to be the evening. We better. It's a beautiful watch.
It is beautiful.
If there's
and you know what, I'm
watch,
probably square too, and that's okay.
You're not. But it is beautiful.
It is. It's so classy and so classic.
Yeah.
And I love that this is all stainless. This isn't going to tarnish on you. Keeps all the inner workings of the watch working beautifully. The magnet means we're not struggling in and out of it. You can't size it clearly, but you know what? It's a bangle. So it's okay if it's a little loose. You know, it's okay
and
if
have a safety
it's a bracelet
too.
Yes.
So if
smart.
bamboo open, you still have that little chains that's connected to it. Because the jade is too expensive to lose.
But I'm telling you, that magnet, that's not going to let go.
No,
and see how it doesn't flip.
No.
Even though it...
No, it's the design. Because the curvature of the square. And the square is big enough where it's not going to go anywhere.
Right.
So it cut it right there. But you know, it's designing is one thing. But having the maker actually make it for you so it fits and is beautiful.
Yes.
And they have, I give them 100. I'm definitely going to give them 100 on this one.
Exactly. You mean like an A+.
A+.
They get an A+.
100 is kind of hard, right? Point something. Yeah.
Okay, what'd you tell me, Rick?
A+.
Large, last call, 75 left in the large. Small, same deal, 6 dozen. Medium, we have a few. Brand new, that price expires at midnight tonight. It's $149.98. It's 5 payments, $30. Remember, you have a 4-month, basically, money-back guarantee. You can make up your mind all the way until the end of January 2020, closing in at almost 700 out the door. We started with 1,000 watches. This was a huge undertaking for Stella and her team to make this happen. It's classy, it's beautiful, it's sleek. It has a little bit of that Euro style to it. I love the size of the dial. You can read it. I don't need glasses. I can actually see what time it is without having to get my glasses out because it's a larger dial with easy to read numerals. So you thought of everything. Sweep secondhand. It's Japanese quartz movement, which is always an upgrade.
Right. It's
because
very
the Japanese
important.
invented the quartz
Seiko.
movement. So you do have that. So you have the Japanese quartz movement. I mean, it's a beautiful, beautiful watch. It has everything that we love, and the bottom line is you're looking at genuine jadeite in a natural green color that is a deeper, richer green. It does look beautiful with the celadon greens. You know, it looks great with everything. But, you know, green is such a big color right now anyway. You know, next year, Pantone has not released Color of the Year yet. They don't do that for another month or so, but it's speculating that it could be a green, or at least green's gonna be huge for next year.
Wow.
People love greens. It's renewal.
Well, it's a very
it's
important
refreshing.
color.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah, it's if it's anything, green. I love green. It's my lucky number. It's my lucky
Is it
color.
your lucky color?
Yes, everything green,
I like
the
that.
dollar. No, I'm joking.
No, but the color of
Jade
money,
is.
you know?
Yeah,
I would imagine it
just
brings
joking,
wealth to
but-
you, that beautiful lucky green. I mean, look at that.
Green is just a great color for me, and I'm so glad it's the color of nature. Imagine if trees all other different colors. It's a good thing that we get green most of the time.
It's so pretty. Even, you're right, in the dead of winter when it's not as green outside, you have this glorious, natural, beautiful green on your wrist. I wish you could feel this. It feels so good. Okay, so we're pretty much spoken for in the small, in the large. So medium's going to be your best bet if you can do it. We have about 200 or so left, with everybody ordering a lot less than that. And brand new, best value, $20 off. Even at $169, I think this would sell out. I mean, in a heartbeat.
I think at 200, and usually I go low, you know, and I really come down with the price. But I think, I mean,
I wish you
this
could have
is
seen the
amazing.
face when Stella saw these samples.
Yeah.
Because you saw the design, but you didn't see the finished product till when you came out here. And her face, when she saw this beautiful natural green color of jadeite, looks beautiful. This is nephrite. Looks beautiful with nephrite, but it's not nephrite. It is the actual jadeite.
Well, that one piece I see, you know, not everything is exactly this color. Not everything, but it's as close as it comes. It's in the same color family.
Will be identical.
There's no way.
Because it's natural.
Yeah, especially the darker jade. Especially the darker jade.
That is with all gemstones.
Yes,
you know, it really,
is true.
I mean, but they will
That's
be
how you can
within a
tell
very
it's
close
natural.
range to this.
Yes.
So what you're gonna get when you get yours home, right.
Yes.
It won't be purple. It will be green, and it will be a richer green. It will be a richer green color for sure. But as you said, everybody's going to be slightly different. Bottom line is you're just getting a beautiful bracelet watch. It's a bracelet watch.
Yeah.
It's a piece of jewelry that's practical and functional.
It is a piece of jewelry, and I think it should be in the Contemporary Museum. What do you think?
You know what?
I think it's so beautiful that can you imagine?
You know what it reminds me of? It does remind me of like those Italian, like a Gucci style, that do these beautiful
Gucci doesn't do it as beautiful.
It's not jade. They don't do jade.
Oh, that's right, and they don't do jade.
They do not.
They do not
But
want to spend the money buying the jade that we buy.
Well, that's it, and carving it and polishing it and all of that. But it has the look of that sleek. They do these gorgeous I love a beautiful, elegant bangle.
The couture line is so beautiful in the way that they design. I'm just jealous, that's all.
Well, we're inspired. So if you would like your watch, it's here. It's limited. We'll let you know. So we're down to pretty much the medium only. Remember, that is if you wear somewhere in that 7 range. If you're between a 6 3/4 and a 7 1/4, then you will be happy with the medium fit. And then if you need over that, you might want to bump it up to the large. Right. I can wear both. I can wear a medium or a large in this. I'm liking the large just because it's not interfering with my bracelets today.
And it's a hard bangle, so you know, in some way. But either way, it's very comfortable.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, if you're on the line, stay right there. We will continue to take all of your calls. And then also, we do want to mention that Lancome is returning to HSN this week. They will be here on Thursday.